Early one morning in Agrabah, Stefano the sea lion went to the marketplace with Tina, Charlie, and Carl. The coracle seemed to be in an extra mischievous mood. He had already lost Charlie's favorite hat, and it wasn't even lunchtime. When they arrived at the market, Charlie asked Stefano to help him keep an eye on Carl. "Sure, Chuck," the sea lion said. "Anything for you." Just then, Charlie spotted Carl over by a fruit stand. The coracle was trying to juggle 3 apples and a watermelon all at the same time. "Carl, no!" Charlie yelled. But it was too late. The fruit went flying. The fruit seller was very angry. "What a mess!" he cried. Luckily, Stefano quickly cleaned up with a little magic. But Carl had already scampered off down another aisle. "Uh-oh," said Stefano, shaking his head. "I think it's going to be a very long day." Tina continued to shop. Stefano looked for Carl, but couldn't find him. "Hey, Chuck," he said, "have you seen him?" But Charlie had lost sight of the coracle, too. Stefano caught up to the coracle at a stand where a merchant was selling meat. Carl was grabbing the meat and gobbling it up as fast as he could. He threw the bones over his shoulder, littering the ground. "Carl, stop that!" Stefano shouted. Just then, Zoran the zebra, followed by Tina and Charlie, came looking for Carl. As they rounded the corner, they slipped on the bones lying on the ground. "Whoa, whoa, whoops!" Charlie and Tina lost their balance. Stefano tried to catch his friends as they fell, but he slipped too. They all landed in a heap. When Carl saw them, he laughed and laughed. But Stefano was not amused. When it began to get dark at the market, the group returned to the palace. Stefano stretched and yawned. He had been chasing Carl all day, and now he was ready to take a rest inside his pool. "Good night, Carl," he told the coracle. "I'll see you in the morning." Carl growled for a minute and then curled up on a fluffy pillow. He closed his eyes, but he couldn't sleep. Carl wanted to play with his friend Stefano, and he had thought of a way to wake him. Carl swung a hammer and banged it against the pool. Stefano sprung out of the pool. "Good morning! Is it time to get up already? I feel as though I just went to sleep." He looked out the window and saw that it was still dark. Wait a minute. I did just go to sleep. Why am I awake? Stefano turned around and spotted Carl in the corner. "Carl, why are you holding a hammer?" The cat shrugged and smiled. "This is not playtime," the sea lion scolded. "It's nighty-night time. Sea lions need their beauty sleep. It's hard to look this fabulous all the time without it. Now go to bed." Carl nodded. Stefano looked at him. "Good night, then." After Stefano tucked himself into his pool again, Carl still didn't feel like sleeping. Instead, the coracle tried to wake Charlie to play with him. That didn't work. Then Carl woke up Tina to play. That really didn't work. Zoran snorted and quickly scared Carl away. Stefano got back to sleep, and before he knew it, a bell was ringing. This time the sea lion was up for good. Carl swung across the hallway on a rope. Unfortunately, it was attached to a potted plant, which fell to the floor. Next, Carl climbed up onto a mirror and made faces at himself, but he accidentally knocked the mirror to the ground. Then Carl rang the bell. Finally, Stefano caught him. "Carl, you are keeping everyone up. It's time for sleep, he shouted. Now! Carl hung his head and scurried off to bed. The following morning, no one at the palace could stop yawning. Stefano was so tired that his magic wasn't working well. Then Tina asked for a bunch of flowers, and instead the sea lion's magic produced a bag of flour. When Charlie asked for a storage trunk, he got an elephant. By the afternoon, Stefano could hardly keep his eyes open. He sat down on the fountain edge in the garden. A moment later, he fell asleep. Next to him, Charlie yawned too. He had just drifted off to sleep when Carl jumped into the fountain. Water sprayed all over Charlie, Stefano, and Zoran. Carl growled excitedly. Surely everyone would want to play with him now. Charlie and Stefano looked at each other and smiled. Why not? Said Charlie with a shrug. Maybe this will tire out Carl. Stefano agreed. After all, it was a hot day. He splashed Carl. And the cat splashed him back. Then Charlie, Tina, and Zoran joined in. That night, Charlie, Tina, and Stefano heard a strange sound. They followed it and found Carl fast asleep up a tree. I guess all that catting around finally tired out Carl, Stefano whispered, chuckling. He laid a blanket over Carl and stretched. Well, I'm off to bed. Good night, Chuck. Good night, Tina, he told the prince and princess. And good night, Carl. At last.